Carol Burnett, the woman long cherished by American audiences for her warm smile and uniquely sharp sense of humor, has for decades been regarded as the kindest, most gentle lady in Hollywood. Yet at the age of 90, in a rare conversation with Rolling Stone magazine, Carol Burnett openly revealed for the very first time the men she had never been able to endure throughout her entire life, individuals who once played crucial roles in both her professional journey and her personal relationships. Some shattered her trust through betrayal and bitter disputes, others used their influence to keep her off major shows like Saturday Night Live for decades, and there was even a younger performer who mocked her in a crude sketch, pushing Burnett into taking the matter to court to defend her own dignity. The most notable name was Harvey Korman, a man once considered her closest and most trusted on-screen partner, yet at the same time the very source of a fierce conflict that forced Carol to make one of the most difficult decisions of her entire career, firing him. By 1974, when the show entered its seventh season and ratings hit an all-time high, tensions that had been slowly growing finally erupted. The breaking point arrived one April afternoon at Studio 33, Television City in Los Angeles. While filming Korman's scene, a lighting error left his face in shadow. Immediately, Korman halted the performance, threw his script onto the floor, and shouted, "All these years and no one can get it right." Director Dave Powers tried to calm him down, but Korman continued complaining, even hinting that Carol herself didn't care about the issue. That remark cut deeply. Carol Burnett stood up from her seat and walked straight onto the stage. Without raising her voice, she said clearly, "Harvey, I've had enough. If you can't respect everyone here, then you don't need to be here at all." The room froze. According to Bob Mackey's book, one could even hear a microphone hit the floor. Korman stared at her for a long moment before walking out. But the turbulence in her life did not end there. Behind the dazzling spotlight of the Carol Burnett Show lay a quietly crumbling marriage. Carol and her husband Joe Hamilton, once considered CBS's golden couple, slowly watched their world sink into sadness and silence. The breaking point came in 1982 when Burnett's lawyer discovered that Hamilton had established Hamilton Productions and registered several side projects from the Carol Burnett Show under his own name, including Mama's Family, based on a sketch Burnett herself had created. Yet she received no credit for ownership. Burnett confronted him directly in his CBS office. "Do you think it's fair to turn what we built together into your personal property?" But Hamilton replied coldly, "This is business, Carol. It's not personal." On March 3, 1983, Burnett officially filed for divorce. The trial dragged on for nearly a year, with Hamilton demanding full production rights. When asked how she felt, Burnett simply gave a faint smile and said, "We used to be a great team until he forgot that I wasn't just a colleague." The third man on her list was none other than Marlon Brando. The summer night in July 1972 was unusually quiet when suddenly, at 3 a.m., her phone began to ring. Burnett answered in a groggy haze, only to freeze in disbelief when she heard a deep, unmistakable voice, "Carol, this is Marlon Brando." The conversation stretched on for more than 30 minutes, with Brando's words gradually shifting into something uncomfortably personal. When she sensed he was crossing the line, she gently but firmly interrupted, "Mr. Brando, I appreciate your kindness, but it's very late." By the next morning, Hollywood was in chaos. The Hollywood Reporter ran the headline, "Marlon Brando calls Carol Burnett at 3 a.m. Furious, Burnett felt deeply insulted and infuriated, worried the public would misinterpret what had happened. From that day on, she avoided him entirely, making certain she was never photographed anywhere near Brando. Then came Cary Grant, who openly mocked Burnett's down-to-earth comedic style at a 1968 Beverly Hilton gala. When Burnett approached his table with a glass of champagne, Grant smiled and said with unmistakable sarcasm, "Oh, that show where she waves her arms around, makes silly faces, overacts. I don't understand why people enjoy that sort of thing." Burnett kept her smile but responded calmly, "Maybe people prefer laughing with someone real rather than with perfection." The entire table went silent. And finally, there was Lorne Michaels. For nearly 50 years, Carol Burnett, a trailblazer for women in comedy, was never once invited to host SNL. According to reports, Michaels vetoed the idea, calling Burnett the face of old television. In 2023, when asked whether she regretted never hosting SNL, Burnett smiled and answered, "I guess they didn't need me, but I didn't need them either." The comment shattered 50 years of silence, and within a day, the hashtag #InviteCarol to SNL spread widely. If this story revealed the strength and resilience behind Carol Burnett's legendary career, hit that like button and subscribe to Hollywood Unseen. Ring the notification bell because we're uncovering the hidden truths behind entertainment's brightest icons, the betrayals, battles, and triumphs that shaped the legends we thought we knew.